when you normally think about a Supra, you don't think about it on lifted suspension with all-terrain and awning and all of that stuff on the roof. Normally the only wheel that you could fit in a Supra is around your neck. This time it's on the roof. It's pretty cool. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Dung TV, where we look at this off-roading Supra. Alright guys, today I am here with Matt. Hey mate, thanks for coming on the channel. How you going?
Hey mate, thanks for having me. I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. This thing I remember seeing for the first time at Beat the Blues, and you know, I was so delighted to find your YouTube channel and your Instagram. So thanks for coming on the channel, man. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've done to the car and how it got to this stage?
The goal was to do as much as I could with the car throughout ownership, from the beginning to, well, it's never for sale. So I wanted to own a Supra that could be tracked, daily driven. Basically, I wanted to try and test myself to see how far it could go. And I haven't really done a long road trip until, well, this is about to be it.
So the road trip that you're gonna do is take this all the way to Uluru.
Yeah, so we're taking this to Uluru. I wanted to originally take it around the whole of Australia, but it takes a little bit too much time off work to do that. It's also a bit predictable. You're going city to city. So I don't think it's that. I think it'd be exciting, but I think going out into the desert where there's basically no one adds a little bit of risk. The boot's going to be full of spares and everything. The roof's going to have the fuel and the tyres. There's going to be one more jerry can up there. Basically, we've also got my cousin Jansen coming along. He's got a Holden Colorado that's actually well set up for this. So if anything goes wrong with this, he's going to be available. If anything goes wrong with him, I do have a strap. I will try and drag Colorado if I have to.
How long have you had this car for, man?
So I've had this car for 11 years now.
11 years? Wow, that's pretty... Yeah, what was the history of this car? Like, how did it start off?
Imported in 2010 by the previous owner. Picked it up in 2012 on Australia Day, so...
Aussie Day?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So from there, it started life as an NA, your typical P-plate Supra. We weren't allowed turbos on our Ps. 2 years into it, I got my full license. We bought a turbo engine, so 2JZ GTE instead of turboing the GE. And in a weekend, swapped it over with a couple of mates.
So was that a home job that you did?
Yes, of course. We got that done. I got excited to feel boosts for the first time. Although now going back, that was slow. That was very slow back then. Stock Supra is not a fast car. Sorry. Fast forward to 2015, and that was my first track day with Track Day Club. My friends over here. And from there, I got hooked. 2015 to 2017 was basically full of track days. Everyone basically understood that this car is the daily. It's always at the track. It's never clean.
So it was a daily track car?
Yeah.
Nice. It's nice to hear that, you know, for something so rare and so coveted these days, that you drove it every day.
Yeah,
and you drove it the way that it's supposed to.
Yeah, it pisses me off that people hide them away. If that's your thing, cool. Like, if you want to park it and look at it and that's your thing, I can't really complain because this is my thing. The guy at work, he said, Matt, I don't know how you do this. Like, I'd be petrified to put that many kilometers on my car. And I said to him, man, I'm petrified that I'm not going to have enough time to put the kilometers I want to on this. Like, I want to see a million if I kilometer thing to go 9999. And in 2017, I did World Time Attack Challenge, did New on Nationals, I did my first Motocana, and then 2019, I did Bathurst.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So I did the full mountain. It's amazing. That's the best thing I've ever done.
Should we move along?
Yeah.
And let's start with how you got this lifted. Like, these wheels look freaking crazy.
There are a couple of things to lifting, and I'm not done with the lifting yet. It's not going to go much higher. The first thing is taller tires.
Yeah.
I dropped down to a 17-inch wheel and steel wheels.
Yep.
That comes down to budget. Otherwise, I would have bought fancy wheels. That taller tire bumps it up a bit in itself. I've got the coilovers wound up all the way, so that kind of gives it that little bit more. What I've got at home, though, are custom-made strut spacers, and they're going to be sitting on the top of the coilovers and bolted back onto the body. So that's about 1.5 inches extra, but their biggest purpose is actually to wind the shocks back into like an operating position. At the moment, while it looks like it's kind of okay tall, they're actually stretched out to the max, and there's a lot of knocking going on that shouldn't exist. You need to bring them down and fill in that space. So it might go a tiny bit taller, not much.
And you said that it was just your regular performance or like track
coilovers?
coilovers?
Yeah, it's just normal coilovers. I haven't actually gone wild. I'm just kind of taking a risk here. With everything, with everyone's builds, there's a budget for everyone, and all I wanted to do was be taller so that I could go on this dirt track for 2 days that we're going on and clear some rocks and stuff. So also to support that, underneath the front of the car, I've made a bash plate, and it's basically metal under tray throughout from the nose to the front of the gearbox. I wish I had the height of something like that, but that's factory and that's different.
And did you have any difficulty getting clearance on the brake?
I got specs I thought would fit, technically they would fit on a different style wheel. If you see closely, I don't know if you will, but you probably will. You can see there's a little 5mm spacer in here. So I just had to pump that out that little bit, which hurts me internally, but I had to accept that that was a thing. And the back's fine. The back's sweet, it's just that these guys, and that's just because of the Supra brakes.
The big brake.
The bigger brakes.
Yeah.
So small to today's standards.
Yep.
The front tyres are also, they're actually highway terrain. I couldn't find an all-terrain in a 17 that would fit in this height. So, and I've been told by many people that do off-roading that these will be reliable for it anyway.
Yep.
So on the roof, I've got one of the fronts and one of the rears as spares.
And let's talk about those roof racks, man, because this car doesn't have like the factory mounting points.
No, it doesn't. These are generic roof racks off Marketplace of someone selling them. They were $88 delivered.
Yeah. And you've got a massive LED bar at the front.
Oh yes.
Are you gonna be camping and stuff at night?
I had a little one on the nose, and I thought.
Oh yeah, because there's a mount for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was there. This is our 41-inch light bar. The box says it does 18,000 lumens, so pretty bright. We can't see it in the daylight, but it is very, very bright. You don't want to be in front of it.
Dude. And is that for like? Do you plan on doing a lot of night driving, or is that for camping, or?
I don't want to assume that the car is going to make every single day. So there is a chance that we're going to be driving at night at least some of the days.
So is this what you're planning on taking, just the 2 tyres and the jerry can?
Yes, there's going to be another jerry can as well, because the car's not great on fuel.
Are you running like regular fuel? Or you
Yeah, regular fuel,
yeah.
98, no cheating here.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit about the awning that you crossed out on. Did you do that yourself?
I did that on purpose, yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm here to fuck with the super curious who are scared to drive their cars, I also wanted to fuck with the whole 4-wheel drive. And this may age horribly, because I may fuck up and I may need
all-wheel drive.
Yeah. But for now, let's just remember me on the camera at this time as a dickhead, crossing that out.
And have you had any issues going like off-roading so far? Or like onto gravel road?
I haven't been off-road yet.
Dude.
I have done.
Oh my god.
In 2019, after Bathurst, we did one off-road Motocana, where the car was at normal height, and that was fine. So I haven't driven like this. I mean, if that was okay there, got a whole bunch more ground clearance and actual tires, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Because we're not crawling, we're not like being a proper off.
Oh dude, that's funny as, man.
So welcome to some more entertainment.
All right, what have you got under the hood?
So factory 2JZ GTE, as I said earlier, stayed that way for a very long time until 2020, where I started on a single turbo conversion, and now we have a Garrett GTW 3884R. It is a 62mm and journal bearing. It makes 390 kilowatts at 25 psi.
390 kilowatts.
Yeah, so it's a good amount, and 25 psi is not something we should be running on 98. I just do that for the roll racing or drag racing, and as soon as it sees a circuit, which it technically hasn't done yet since the single conversion, it will be on a maximum of 20.
Yeah.
So it'll be about 340 kilowatts on track and 390 for roll racing and stuff like that.
Wow.
1000cc injectors, Pro 460 fuel pump. It's got BC valve springs and titanium retainers.
Front mount
cooler, I don't know the brand, but it is about that thick.
Yeah.
It is a huge kind of voice.
Huge core.
Turbo Smart fuel pressure regulator. It's got a Blitz boost controller. It's running a Link G4X ECU, so that's just plug-in. GFB external wastegate.
And is that plumbs back or?
Yeah, it's plumbs back in. So I've done what I can to make it less
annoying.
Less illegal.
Yeah.
Because technically it has a cat. It has a muffler. It has a plumbed back in wastegate. We all know it's modified.
But even like the engine bay looks black and it looks stealth. It looks stock.
Yeah.
Like, is that intake manifold?
That intake manifold stock from here is not stock.
Okay. Even the airbox doesn't look too bad, man. It's like well covered up and everything.
This is 2 sheets of sheet metal from Bunnings cut into angles. These are trim clips that I've used, and I've put some L brackets inside, put them together for like easy access, like press, lift off, air filters.
Dude, I love the element of not giving a fuck.
That's my
like
whole
it's so chill and it's so cool.
Yeah.
I love the ethos that you've put behind it.
Yeah.
Like get a car, drive it, make it practical.
Yeah, and you know what else is really impressive? Try things that aren't supposed to be done. When you go to Bunnings and you want to paint your engine cover, it's not supposed to deal with heat. But 2 years later, a can of black and a can of what's called marble effect, which you can see up closer, and a clear coat, and you get that effect and it hasn't flaked or anything for 2 years. And
Wow, just from regular rattle cans, man.
it's got a Koyo Rad radiator.
And it runs reliably, hey.
Yeah.
Typical Toyota, reputation.
Yeah, it's had its little fidgety random things, like the map sensor failing 2 weeks ago.
Oh, dude, that happened on my car as well, man. It's just,
It's really frustrating. Frustrating for me now. I don't care if it happens every day.
Yeah.
But to have experienced that in 2 weeks' time, I'd be very stuck.
Yeah.
So now that's brand new, tuned by Payton from Unique Automotive. It has 290,000 kilometers on the engine.
290.
So-
Whoa! Yeah, and it's still on like stock internals and everything.
Nothing's been touched inside.
Oh wow.
It has stock head studs as well. I haven't
Damn.
bothered to change anything. I
Yeah.
very much should be right.
And it's been punching pretty hard, pretty well.
Yeah, for a very long time now. Next step, there is no next step for a while. Next step is get it on track, test out, see what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's have a look inside. All right. So inside, it looks pretty stock standard. Did you have to do anything else to make it more comfortable for your trip?
There is no comfort in this trip. Coilovers on the road over bumps, it is not comfortable. Coilovers where we're going, it is not going to be comfortable. I've accepted my fate and there's no comfort. So all I have done to the interior are these red seat belts that I got very recently because I always did want red seat belts.
They do look really cool, man.
I've changed over the head unit as most people do. We can't live without Apple CarPlay anymore. Boost controller is here. Custom made 3D mount that my friend made. Other than that, it's got these little... Oh, I'm falling. Other than that, it's got these ProSpec imports knobs.
Yeah.
Sounds funny. I can't take this shit seriously. Some ProSpec import parts here. So these dials to change the aircon and the temperature. And it's got an AM wideband just sitting here so I can watch my AFRs and see what the car's doing or how happy the engine is or how unhappy it is. Gearbox is an R154 now. And other than that, that's the interior. The steering wheel has to be replaced. You can't see from that angle, but you will see from this angle. You might not even want to.
Is it peeling a bit?
Faded.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
the whole thing's cracked. It's like a desert itself.
It would be expected because this car's pretty old, hey?
It's 28 years old now.
Oh man, when else will you see a Supra that's done more than 200,000 Ks, man? Let alone like 100,000 Ks.
More importantly, when are you going to see a Supra off-road?
Yeah, right? So that's going to be really cool, man. I hope this makes headlines around. Okay, I'll do some B-rolls and then maybe we'll go for a drive to test the off-road capabilities. Water break to test out the off-road capabilities of this Supra. This is so dumb. Yeah. This way. To your left. More left, more left. Yep. Oh yeah, mate.
It didn't even feel like a bump. I was like, where's the brake?
Oh really? Oh, that's so dumb. Do you want to rest up on it? Yeah. Take a photo. Oh, yep, to your left, to your right. Yep. Stop. That's so dumb. Alright, it's my first time in a Supra, bro. Okay. So low. Oh, it does feel pretty firm so far.
It is very firm, and the back is on full strength as well, as I told you before. Because they're at full extension, they knock so much. I'm like, put them at full stiff so that we can, I don't know.
Oh.
Dude,
oh, dude. Oh. Oh, dude. I don't know how you're gonna do this.
Neither do I.
Across Australia, man.
It's called, what is it? Is it false hope? Or is it pretending that everything's gonna be okay? If you just believe it,
it'll happen. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, pretty much. I hope that when the suspension spaces are in, that we can soften the suspension because it'll be taller and actually make that all work a little bit more nicely. But I don't know. My wife's gonna hate it more than anything. She's not ready. I can't even express to her how violent it's going to be.
And you don't have any noxious turbo sounds, do you?
Oh, they'll come. Not violent, but we're all off boost basically.
Yeah.
2,500. So like right now, we can get that.
Right, okay.
It's all just hiding in the background, just building pressure, but it comes with RPM.
Dude, this sounds hectic.
Yeah,
what
nice.
the hell?
6 cylinders got a bit of a purr to it. I don't know.
Traction. What the fuck? Dude, were you breaking traction at the back?
Yeah.
Holy shit. How does it... Oh, dude. It's got that much power that it's breaking traction on all terrains.
Oh, The all-terrains aren't that grippy, but yeah.
Oh no? Okay.
It just sends them to the bin.
Oh, you can smell it as well. What's that? Is that the clutch?
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. It's fine.
Oh, and it's nice and smooth. The power delivery and the way it's been tuned.
With a roof rack, there's actually a whole lot of wind resistance. So
yeah,
this car without all that shit on top is so much different. Yeah, with the stuff on the roof, it's it holds the car back a lot. There's a lot to push through. Still kind of fast. You can kind of feel it. But
oh, dude, so much wind noise, bro. Oh, dude. Oh, man. Oh.
So see how
it smells.
See how it's got all of that on the roof. It's got us too.
Yeah.
It still has no problem.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of torque behind it.
Oh, dude, but that smells, man.
It does smell. It's not great, but that's the smell of a good time.
Of good time and
That's
potentially a lot of money.
Oh no, f it. We'll just replace it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anything you do in life that you love either costs money or it's bad for you.
Oh man, I hate that smell, dude.
It smells like a track day.
Yeah, it smells like a track day, man. No, like
yeah, that's 340 kilowatts. So that's 20 psi.
Yes.
So
okay.
it's got an extra 50 to play, but we're not going to play with it.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't do anything differently.
Yeah.
When we start spinning third gear, it's kind of like a bit sketchy.
What a wacky car. Something you don't see every day. Pretty cool. Thanks, Matt, for coming out on the channel.
Yep, hopefully it didn't scare you too much.
Oh, not at all, mate. Not at all.
Not that fast.
When are you going up to Uluru?
We are going in 9 days, so it's very close and we've still got a lot to do.
Yeah, and wish you all the best of luck, man. I'll put your socials up on the screen somewhere, your YouTube channel and all of that stuff. Go to subscribe and hopefully you make it back in one piece.
Hopefully he makes it back in one piece.
Alright, thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe and bell icon. Subscribe to Matt and follow his YouTube, Instagram, all of that stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you. Yes, stay tuned. Yeah, all good. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next episode.